We will now call this meeting to order. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the Okay, roll call, please.
President Carmela Garnica.
Here.
Vice President Rosie Howell. Here. Director Trina Sarden.
There you go. Next up.
Director Dr. David Briggs is absent. Director Sandra Hudson has informed me she will not be able to attend the meeting.
Okay, next item on the agenda is public comment. This is an opportunity for citizens to speak only on items listed in the agenda. For the record, please state your name. The board has a policy of limiting any speaker to not more than 3 minutes. Public input may be offered on the agenda items when we come up with discussion points for. Is there any public comment?
I'd like to make a public comment. Apologies from Ms. Lanaya. She's currently with a state surveyor.
Oh, okay. That's. Any more public comment? Okay, seeing none. We will now close public comment. Any board comment? Trina, any board comment?
Absolutely.
Okay, and I have no board comment. Okay, next item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. I need a second. Okay, discussion. Oh. Okay, wait, but I thought we were gonna move on. Discussion?
Motion.
Yeah.
The motion was moved by Rowell and second by Sarden.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to call for the
Any discussion? Oh,
Would you like to call for the question?
yeah.
Vice President Rowell. Director Sarden. Director Briggs is absent. So is Director Hudson. President Garnica.
Aye. Okay, next item on the agenda. Adopt a resolution of the Board of Directors of the Palo Verde Health District's request of a constitutional advancement of funds from the Riverside County Resolution number 2025-11. Okay.
All right. So representatives from the hospital have been meeting regularly and probably 2-3 times a week with Riverside County, as well as other partner agencies to discuss the hospital's current operational needs. This collaborative group has been actively working to ensure the hospital's continuity in operations. One option that was identified from these meetings was the possibility of an advancement on property tax revenues from Riverside County to the district. On Friday, October 10th, Riverside County requested that Palo Verde Healthcare District adopt a resolution requesting advancement of property tax funds no later than Wednesday, October 15th. This advance is critical to ensuring the continued operation of Palo Verde Hospital. Following this request, staff made every effort to identify a date on or before October 15th when a quorum of the board could be confirmed. Despite diligent efforts, October 13th was the only date that allowed the district to meet the county's deadlines. During a meeting on the 10th with representatives of the district and the county this past Friday, the county was advised of the concern regarding holding a meeting on a holiday and expressed no objection from the county, recognizing the urgency and importance of adopting this resolution in order to maintain essential hospital operations. And to add a little bit to this, right now, in the last 2 years, that property tax for the entire fiscal year has been about $250,000. So right now, I'm not sure if it would either be a partial or a full advancement, but $250,000 is approximately 1-2 week payroll period. It is absolutely needed as we continue to collect on as many funds as we can. I will add that as of Friday, there are about 9 days of cash on hand. We had collected an approximately $250,000 IGT from IHP early. They were kind in advancing those funds about 3 weeks early to the district. We also continue to see between about $50,000 to $80,000 bank deposits per day coming in from Medicare, from the Medicare receivable that we mentioned that had to be reworked at the last regular board meeting. So we're seeing those funds coming in regularly. However, if any and all opportunities we have, and particularly in working with the county, this was identified as a way to ensure that we're able to collect on cash sooner, as some of the property tax funds don't come in till June of the following year. So the recommendation is that the Board of Directors approve resolution number 2025-11, authorizing the request for an advance of property tax revenues, and direct staff to promptly transmit the approved resolution to Riverside County Chief Executive Officer Jeff Van Wagenen.
Is there any public comment on the presentation that? Right.
Good morning, Leslie Jessup, or afternoon, I suppose. Yeah, Leslie Jessup Watkins. I do have a couple of questions. Michael, the 50 to 80,000 per day from Medicare, is that going toward the 3 million that was indicated to the county that was owed, and how much of that has been received so far?
I don't know if that is really part of the property tax discussion, but I'm not sure
Well,
what
you
the reference is
during your report.
I'm not sure what I'm sorry, Ms. Watkins, I'm not sure what you're referring to by the 3 million.
The county LAFCO has in their report that this hospital gave them information for this week's meeting, that this hospital said that there was about $3 million in Medicare funding that was expected very shortly. That's in the executive officer's report for the meeting this week. So my question is, of this $50,000 to $80,000 per day that we're receiving from Medicare, not only with regard to the LAFCO report, but also the last financial report a couple of weeks ago, when we were told that that funding would be in within about 14 days. Where are we at on that?
So
that's the question.
The funds that I mentioned that are coming in, that are at least assisting with our current cash flow position, those are Medicare, some of that Medicare funds, but if you'd like to have more in-depth discussion afterwards, I'd be happy to.
Well, your answer goes to my next question. So we don't know, is that what I'm saying?
I've been informed this is public comment unless the item is listed on the agenda.
He made it part of his report, so it's part of the agenda.
Is it the agenda item?
No.
And then simple.
If it's not part of the agenda, then why did he state it? It was part of the report, so I'm asking a question with regard to the report.
I understand.
President Garnica, may I be recognized? This is Lena.
Agenda item, which is the resolution.
Right, which has to do with.
Can you hear me?
The county.
We're going to.
Yes, Lena, we can hear you.
Okay, this is public comment. It's not a question and answer period. Michael, you're more than welcome to address her following the meeting, but we are here on one item, and that's the resolution.
And I'm happy to meet with you afterwards.
Okay, so having said that, and not wanting to answer questions pertaining to what was just stated, I need to know how the dollar figure of $181,467 was derived. If we don't know what you said you didn't know how that was, how much of that money, is it a proration? Is it something that is going to be part of the bankruptcy, because we're asking for an advance on something that could, if the healthcare district is dissolved by LAFCO, is that something then that is going to then be owed by the healthcare district back to the county? Or is that known?
The number was derived by the county. I believe it's 80% of the projected property taxes for that year.
That would normally be paid in June of next year, is that correct?
That's correct. So this is not unusual. In fact, the Idlewild Fire District had last done this that I am aware of. And Mr. Van Wagenen shared that information with us and with the whole team. And so this was one of the options for moving forward and sustaining operations at this time. But again, this is a public comment period. It's not a question and answer, but Michael Rose and others are available following the meeting.
Okay, that's fine. And I'm just confirming what he said in his report, that this is a June. I mean, I'm not asking anything that wasn't already reported. I'm just asking clarifying questions. So I don't understand why there's so much adversity today, and especially with the people that are online. So this is derived from the December and April payments that would normally be paid in June of next year. It's approximately 80% of the 250,000. And what will the funds be used for? I'm just trying to be, allow you to be transparent.
Right, and I believe it was set forth in the staff report. I believe it says it will be used for continued operations. And I believe Michael also mentioned how much it generally takes to fund a payroll.
Payroll. So it's going to be used for payroll?
You know what, these are-
Payroll was used as a reference point for operations.
Okay, thank you. And the last question I have is, which department at Riverside County directed this? Was it LAFCO? Was it the Board of Supervisors? Was it RUHS? Was it CAO's office?
I wouldn't characterize this as directing this, but after conversations with the county supervisors, chief executive, this was one of the options that came up. And this is, and they provided a sample resolution, and this is just the manner in which we've decided to allow this board to decide whether or not they'd like to move forward with this request.
So it's the CAO's office, and is this request being directed to LAFCO? Is that why it has to be today because of their meeting this week?
Again, Miss Jessup Watkins or Watkins Jessup, I'm sorry, I don't recall. This is not an question and answer period. So thank you for your comment. I'm not sure how much more time she has, Joanna.
22 seconds.
So you're not willing to tell us who this is going to?
I believe it states in, oh, Mr. Van Wagenen, did you want to jump in? Be recognized by the president?
Yes.
I have a couple of, I think, some answers that will help the public speaker. This was requested by the county executive office to try and find some additional funds that could help keep the hospital, the emergency department open and operating here in the near term while other solutions are identified and potentially implemented. It was requested that this happen before Wednesday of this week, because the Board of Supervisors has to take action on actually advancing the payment to the district. And the Board of Supervisors' next meeting is next Tuesday. And to make sure that we have something on the next agenda, we need to have that agenda published by Thursday, which is why we needed the district action by Wednesday. Hopefully that provides greater clarity. And just a couple other things just to help with the transparency piece. The county had estimated what the property tax would be going to the district in fiscal year 25-26. That estimate is $213,490. The $181,467 that is at discussion right now is 85% of that, which is what by law we're allowed to advance. So hopefully that provides greater clarity and context. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much, sir. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your candor and clarifying and getting us the correct information, because I knew that 80% of the normal 250 was not the 180. So thank you very much for the explanation.
Okay, so any more public comment? Okay, seeing none. Any board comment on this item? Rosie, Dr. Brooks? Ms. Sutton? I don't either. Okay, so can we call for the question? No, I'm sorry, the motion? It's on move. Do I have a second?
Vice President Rowell,
Aye.
Director Sardi, Director Brooks, Director Hudson are absent. President Garnica,
Aye. Okay. So. That's it. We are now adjourned to the next regular meeting, October 29th.